When we started the school, Rakum School for the Blind in 1998, the first thing I took a decision was not to ask the caste or religion of the students. In Zen, they say the moment you decided this and that, trouble starts. Not only we decided that we will ask, we decided that only the dress what they're wearing is allowed inside the campus. Everything else we will provide. Three is their parents or their relatives or their friends cannot donate to Rakum School. We don't accept. We will find another method to bring in funds. If at all some parents feel they have some extra food materials to be donated to Rakum School, we've decided that they should first learn to give to another poor home in their district or in their state, and the balance little to put it in the child's bank account. So that after the child completes the education from Rakum School, when he or she goes back to her house, they feel that in my house also they kept something for me, and in Rakum School they have given me education. The yin and the yang, positive and negative, creates electricity. And they have learned that in the Rakum School nobody asks them religion or caste. They learn together, and we have never taken money from any parents. Not even they could bring any food materials to one to celebrate a birthday, so that we never allowed superiority and inferiority complex to build up. It's not equality, it is just a love relationship. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent, said Eleanor Roosevelt, born on 11th October 1884 in New York, passed away on 7th November 1962 in New York in the United States of America, was an American political figure, diplomat and activist. She served as the First Lady of the United States from 1933 to 1945 during her husband, President Franklin D. Roosevelt's 4 terms in office, making her the longest serving First Lady of the United States. Roosevelt served as United States delegate to the United Nations General Assembly from 1945 to 1952. President Harry S. Truman later called her the First Lady of the World in tribute to her human rights achievements. Eleanor Roosevelt said, "No one can make you feel. It is your duty to feel, smell, taste, touch, and see. To feel, smell, taste, touch, and see. You have to dive into the water, not opening the book to find out how you can swim. Once you know to touch the water, the swimming happens, and then when you start diving, you can dive deeper to touch the bottom of the ocean to see the pearls. And that is your richness, that is your strength, that is your power, that's your guts. Which water can make you feel inferior? The fear of the water is because of your bookish knowledge. No one can make you feel. Yes, the feeling is yours, the deep embrace, the bare hug between you and your love, between the parents and the children, grandparents and the children, between you and the relatives, between you and the pet animals and the domesticated animals and the trees. Yes. That feeling, once you have the feeling, next time when you meet another person, then they will never say whether it is good touch or bad touch. You don't feel inferior or superior in the good touch or bad touch, whether there is a molest or there is a rape involved in that good touch or bad touch. It is just pure love flowing from one to another. The moment you see another person, you will always feel love for them. The way you look is love. And anytime and every time when you buy something, you think of that person to keep something for that person. Yes. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel. That feel is yours. Feel, smell is yours. Only if you can feel, only if you can love, can you smell. Yes. And it can be two-way. The present generation, the materialistic world has created that gap, and the gap has been so widened, the communication gap has been so widened. They brought in a very powerful figure called the corona to make it more wider so that nobody can feel anything. Yes, a disease came from your not feeling. If you have felt it, then smell is the most beautiful part of it. Any smell, yes. The people who are in love with the pets, they know it is not a dirty smell. And to taste any food given, yes, it is tasty only. Yes, any food given means any language coming out from the mouth of the wife or husband is the tastiest because it is a song and it is just gospel of truth. If you try to dissect and try to find out that what is your borrowed knowledge and try to put it into that, then you are deceased. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. That inferiority came from where the inferior nobody can, and they can make it because you are living in fear. When you are living in fear, you are living in fear because you never learned to love another person. You never learned to love yourself. If you know to love yourself, you are the strongest because such strong, powerful body the nature has provided, God has provided, where you can sit inside that powerful body and roar like a 1,000-man warrior and share like a 1,000-man people. You don't feel frightened even to go to the poor man's hut or to the slum because the moment they see you, only smiles will be there because they know whatever you have worked, you have come to share. Yes. When you don't share, it becomes constipation. And constipation, the first sign of your disease. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. When you are so strong, people forgot that yin and the yang only can create electricity. But thinking this and that will make you diseased. Both are equally important. Yin and the yang is very important. One people living in the city should always make sure you go to the family tree and what you are not going there with your posh car and your beautiful dresses to show off. You are going to your Swamiji's ashram or into your family trees to make sure that as you enter, you take the broom and start the work. You will sweat. Only after that will you meet Swami Rakumjee or your Guruji or your family members or grandmother. You enter the grandmother. Before you enter, you are cleansed. That will avoid you and make you very strong, powerfully strong, and the love relationship. The moment you see your grandmother, grandfather, only love of falling flat on the feet, and they will lift you up and give you a bear hug. You don't feel any inferiority in that. Yes. That makes you the most strongest person in the world, the richest in your heart. And anything you see an opportunity comes once, and any opportunity you will immediately make a call to your other friends to make sure you utilize that. Together is strength. Eleanor Roosevelt said, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So, practicing your Sanskrit, loving your wife and husband, your children, having a bear hug, eating together, taking bath, scrubbing together, walking together, sweating together, no work, no food. makes you not superior, neither inferior, but just a lover.